So children, we are going to do the poem The Spider and the Fly today. In this poem, which is written by Mary Howitt, we will come across the fact how through spider and fly, the poet has brought before us the concept that we should be aware of people who try to deceive us. We should not be trapped in the web of people who try to deceive us just by praising, just by saying few words of praise for us. And we should be able to judge who is our well-wisher and who is not. And the poet has presented this idea through the spider and the fly, wherein in the poem we will see that the spider who's there, it will try to flatter the fly and will try to trap the fly, whereas initially fly will be very reluctant and will realize that it is actually the flattery that spider is doing, but after some times she will be trapped in spider's web. This is what the poem is going to deal with. Now let us read what is given here in this box before the poem starts. Let us read what sort of writing this poet writes. Mary Botham Howitt, 1799 to 1888, was born Mary Botham in Gloucestershire and educated at home by a strict Quaker father, but labelled against her austere upbringing by Mary William Howitt in 1817. The newlyweds moved to Henner to run a pharmacy, but soon came to Nottingham, where they lived for around 20 years while establishing themselves as writers, including the work she wrote in collaboration with William. Mary Howitt published around 180 books covering subjects as various as histories of America and magic, children's stories and poems, translations of works by Hans Christian Andersen, original novel and 2 volumes of autobiography. She knew everybody who was anyone on the literary scene on her day, from William to Dorothy Wordsworth to Charles Dickens, and counted poet laureate Alfred Tennyson as a neighbor. She also campaigned against slave trade, managed to travel to Scandinavia, Austria, Italy and Germany, explored spiritualism, and in her final years became both a Roman Catholic and a prominent advocate of suffragette causes. The Spider and the Fly first appeared in Howitt's collection Sketches of Natural History, a series of poems written to educate children about the realities of natural world. It is a cautionary tale about the manner in which innocent and gullible can be won over by wily and shrewd predators who abound in society. The poem reads like a fantasy or fable, as the spider and the fly both act and behave like human beings. Ultimately, they act as metaphors for certain types of people who exist in the society. Now, as we have read about the poet, about the history that is related to the poet, that is Mary Howitt, how she started her work and how she established herself as one of the most famous English poets, and how this work came into existence. This work is taken from one of the collection of his poems, that is Spider and the Fly, and in this poet, Mary Howitt, she wrote this poem especially for children of your age, in order to warn the children not to be trapped in web of those people who try to flatter you, who try to deceive you. So this is what the poem is going to deal with, wherein both the spider and the fly will be acting as a human being, and we will come to know how Willy the spider was, who tried to trap fly by saying buttery words to the fly, and initially fly was reluctant and aware of the fact that it was the buttering that was going on, but later on the fly realized, the fly could not realize that it was buttery, and the fly was convinced that whatever he was saying out of whatever spider was saying, spider was speaking truth, and then the fly got trapped in spider's web, or you can say the trap that was laid by spider, the fly got trapped in it. Now let us come to the original poem. The Spider and the Fly, Mary Botham Howitt. Will you walk into my parlor, said the spider to the fly. Now, parlor here means a room or a place which falls at first in a home or in somebody's company. Just like we have drawing rooms at our home where guests usually enter and sit, similarly parlor over here refers to similar sort of room which falls at first when you enter somebody's premises. So the spider is saying to whom? The spider is saying to the fly that will you walk into my parlor, will you come into my room, said the spider to the fly. This the prettiest little parlor that ever you did spy. Spy means to inspect, to view secretly. So the spider is saying that I am asking you that will you come into my parlor, and I am telling you that this is the prettiest, this is one of the most beautiful parlor, this is one of the most beautiful room in which you have ever been to, and in which you might have ever inspected secretly or viewed secretly. The way into my parlor is up the winding stair. Winding stair means with binds and curves. You must have seen you must have seen overhead water tanks. At overhead water tanks, you must have observed that the stairs are winding. That is, they are curved and round. So similarly, the spider is saying that the way to his parlor is through the winding stair. That is, the fly has to take the winding stairs, then only she can go to the room or the parlor of the spider. And I have many pretty things to show you when you are there. Now a spider is actually enticing the fly, tempting the fly by telling the fly that the parlor is one of the most prettiest parlor you would have ever inspected secretly. And then the spider is telling the fly that there are many pretty things, and then the spider is telling the fly that apart from the parlor being very beautiful, apart from the room being very beautiful, there are many beautiful things in the room as well, which the fly would like to see. Oh no, said the little fly. Initially the fly is reluctant and says, oh no. That is, the fly is aware that the spider is trying to trap the fly. So she says, oh no, said the little fly. To ask me is in vain. To ask me means to inquire from me whether I would like to visit your parlor is useless. To inquire from me whether I would like to visit your parlor is useless, is of no use, is useless. For who goes up your winding stair can never come down again. That the fly is specifying the reason why the fly doesn't want to go to the spider's room, spider's parlor. She is saying that I have that I know that whoever goes up to your parlor through these winding stairs, they never come down again. They never come down again. Why? Because spider traps them in its web. I am sure you must be very weary, dear, the spider is saying. I am sure you must be weary, dear. Weary means tired. The spider is saying, I am sure you must be weary, dear. That is, you must be tired, dear, with soaring up so high. Because soaring up means rising rapidly so high. That is, I think you must be very tired because you have already flown so high. That is why I think you must be tired. Will you rest upon my little bed? Said the spider to the fly. I know you are very much tired. That is why I am saying that once you come to my parlor, I am offering you my bed. You can take rest over there because I understand that you are very tired of flying so high. There are pretty curtains drawn around, the sheets are fine and thin. Now the spider is again enticing the fly. The spider is again enticing the fly. How? The spider is again enticing the fly by saying that in the parlor, the linen, that is the linen of the parlor, that is the curtains and the bed sheets, they are very well laid. That is, the curtains are properly drawn. The spider says that the curtains are properly drawn and the bed sheet is also very properly laid and it is very smooth. It is very thin and smooth and the fly can easily relax over there. And if you like to rest a while, I will snugly tuck you in. I will snugly tuck you in means I will sharply adjust you in the parlor. Now the spider is saying that since the curtains are also properly drawn and the bedsheet is also properly laid, and I know you are tired and I offer you my bed to rest. And if you agree to rest in my bed, I will adjust you sharply in my parlor. I will adjust you sharply, quickly in my parlor. Oh no, said the little fly. For I have often heard it said, they never wake up who sleep upon your bed. Now the fly is very much aware of the flattery that is going on. Then the fly says that, oh no, I would not like to go to your parlor because I have heard that whoever sleeps in your bed, that person never wakes up again. That is, the spider traps that person in its web. That is why the fly is saying that it is not willing to go upstairs to the parlor, to the spider's parlor and take rest in spider's bed. Said the cunning spider to the fly. Cunning spider means clever, crafty, sneaky, sly. Clever, crafty, sneaky, sly. Cunning means clever. Said the cunning spider to the fly, dear friend, what can I do to prove warm affection I have always felt for you? Now the spider is somehow trying to trap the fly. That is why the spider is saying that my dear friend, he is pretending that the fly is very good friend of his, and he is saying that I am requesting you to tell me how can I prove that you are very much dear to me. That is, you are one of the most dear friends of mine and I have great amount of affection for you. This all the spider is saying just because the spider wants to trap the fly. That is why every time he is offering something to the fly is reluctant to accept that offer. The fly says no. The fly declines the offer because the fly is aware of the flattery that is going on, of the buttering that is going on. The fly is aware of it. I have within my pantry. Now, what is the meaning of the word pantry? Write down the meaning of the word is pantry is a small section full of food. Small section full of food. That is food storage section. I have within my pantry a good store of all that's nice. He is saying that I am telling you that I want to know from you that what I should be doing to prove my affection for you, but at the same time I am telling you that I have a pantry in my parlor as well, which is full of all the good eatables that can be there. That is, my pantry is full of all the good eatables that can be there. I am sure you are very, very welcome. Will you please take a slice? Now, he is saying that I am welcoming you in every possible manner, and while I am welcoming you, at the same time, I am offering you a slice or a piece of bread. Oh no, said the little fly. Kind sir, that cannot be. The fly is saying that, oh no, I don't want a slice of bread. I don't want a piece of bread. Dear sir, I have heard what's in your pantry and I do not wish to see. The fly is saying that I have heard what is there in your pantry, what is there in your food storage section, and I don't wish to see them. And my wish is I don't want to see it. Sweet creature, said the spider, you are witty and you are wise. Witty means humorous. Witty means humorous and wise means sensible. Now the spider is having all sort of praises for the fly, and the spider is saying, sweet creature, you are witty means you are humorous and you are sensible. You are humorous and sensible. How handsome are your gauzy wings. How brilliant are your eyes. How handsome means how attractive are your gauzy means. Gauzy means delicate, thin and delicate. Gauzy means thin and delicate. The spider is saying that sweet creature, you are witty, that is, you are humorous and sensible. And I admire your attractive appearance and your delicate wings. And how bright are your eyes, and your eyes are also pretty much bright. The spider is saying all this just because he wants to trap fly in his buttery words. Now, I have a little looking mirror. I have a little looking glass upon my parlor shelf. Now he is again enticing the fly, and he is saying that I have little looking mirror. That is, I have a little mirror in my parlor shelf. If you will step in one moment, dear, you shall behold yourself. Behold means see yourself. Now the spider is enticing the fly by telling the fly that there is a mirror in the spider's parlor, and then the spider is telling the fly that if the fly visits the spider's parlor, then the very moment when the fly will enter the parlor, it will see that there is a mirror in which the fly will be able to see herself. I thank you, gentle sir, she said, for what you are pleased to say. I thank you, gentle sir. Gentle means humble. I thank you, gentle sir, she said, for what you are pleased to say, and bidding you good morning now, I will call another day. The fly is saying that I am thank you for whatever you are telling me, and for what you are pleased, whatever you are telling me, I am thanking you for that, and I am thanking you because it has made you happy to tell me all this. But for bidding means saying, the fly says, but as of now I am bidding you goodbye. I am saying goodbye to you, and I will come some other day. I will call some another day. I will come some other day. The spider turned him round about and went into his den. Den means home of wild animals. Den means home of wild animals. Now the spider turns around when the fly leaves the place. The spider turns around and goes back to his den, that is the parlor. For well he knew the silly fly would soon be back again. Because why the spider turned back and started going towards its parlor? Because the spider was aware of the fact that the fly would be back very soon. Because the fly was foolish. It is written, for well he knew the silly fly would be back again soon. Now, silly means foolish, because he knew that the fly was foolish and it would be back again very soon. So he wove a subtle web. Subtle means slight, faint. Fine web. So he laid a subtle web. So he laid a fine web in the corners, in a little corner sly, in a little corner trickily, secretly. So he laid a thin web in the corner secretly, because he was sure that the fly would be back really soon, because the fly was foolish in nature, and the fly wasn't aware that whatever the spider had said, it was just the flattery that was going on. And set his table ready to dine upon the fly, and then the spider laid its table to dine upon the fly. That means that once the fly comes back, the spider had laid the web, and when the fly would be back, the spider would trap the fly, and then then the fly would serve as a dinner to the spider. That is why he's laid his table. Then he came out to his door again, and after preparing his table, then the spider came out to his door again, to the entrance of his cabin again, and merrily did sing, and sweetly, happily started singing, Come hither, pretty fly, come here again. Hither means come here again, pretty fly, with the pearl and silver wing. See, these are the flattering words that the spider is using for the fly. That the spider is saying, come here again, pretty fly, because you have golden and silver wings. You have golden and silver. Pearl and silver wing means the wings that you have, they are very beautiful, just like pearl and silver. So that is why I am asking you to come here again, pretty fly. Your robes are green and purple. Your robes means the garment, that is the outer covering of your body. They are of green and purple color. There is a crest upon your head. Crest means crown. There is a sort of, your appearance gives the feeling as if there is a sort of crown upon your head. There is a sort of crown upon your head. Your eyes are like diamond bright, but mine are dull as lead. Now the comparison is being made. Here is a simile, and the spider is saying to the fly that I am telling you to come here again because you have a shiny eyes. You have a shiny eye, just like that of diamond, just like diamond. And contrasting to your eyes are mine eyes, which are just like lead. which are just like metal lead, which is very dull. So the comparison is being made by the spider to flatter the fly. So the spider has compared his own eyes with the eyes of the fly, wherein he has said that the eyes of the fly are like that of diamond, are somewhat similar to diamond. Just like the diamond shines bright, similarly the eyes of the fly may shine bright, whereas his own eye, that is the eyes of the spider, are very dull. They are similar to the metal lead, which is very dull. Alas, alas, how very soon this silly little fly, alas, alas means oh very sad, on very sad note, the poet says, how very soon this silly little fly, hearing his willy flattering words, came slowly flitting by. Now write down the meaning first. Silly means foolish. Willy flattering means tricky, smooth. 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 Tricky, smooth.
Tricky, smooth.
Yes, Mustafa, tricky and smooth. Came slowly flitting by. Write down the meaning of the phrase flitting by. Flitting by means moving very quickly, moving very quickly from one place to another, moving very quickly from one place to another without staying at a place for long time. At a place for long time. Now the poet says, alas, alas, how very soon, how soon the foolish fly has how soon the foolish fly, hearing the smooth, buttery words of the how soon the tricky fly, hearing the smooth, buttering words of the spider, has come back again, and the fly is restless because she is trapped in the web of the spider, and she is moving from one place to another without staying at a particular place for too long. With buzzing wings, she hung aloft. With buzzing wings, buzzing means full of excitement. Hung aloft means overhead. Aloft means overhead. Then nearer and nearer she drew. Nearer and nearer she drew means came closer. Then nearer and nearer she drew means then the fly started coming closer towards the spider's web. The web that was laid by the spider, the fly started coming closer and closer to it. Thinking only of her brilliant eyes, why she has started coming closer to the web that was laid by the spider, because now the fly is fully convinced because of the words that were spoken by the spider, that is, the eyes of the fly was very beautiful, was very shiny, just like that of a diamond. So she was not at all aware that she was going to be trapped in a web. Rather she was the fly was only imagining of her beauty. That is why the fly wasn't aware of the consequences that is about to take place once she inches closer towards the spider web. Now today we will stop here, children. Tomorrow again we will continue from where we have left.